Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I want to share something that I recently manifested. I want to walk you through what I went through energetically and emotionally with the experience, and then how within 1 to 2 days after this thing that I manifested happened, everything balanced itself out. And this is whether you are manifesting the love of your life, whether you've met them or not. Everybody keeps asking, can you talk about this? Whether you've actually met your mirror soul, your specific person in person physically or not, it doesn't matter. When you know in your heart and soul, you know, it's that simple. Every single human being that is living, that's lived a life, at one point, they didn't know or meet their true love in person physically, unless you happen to, that's how it unfolded in your reality, where you met them in person somewhere. So when you ask that question, I'm answering you guys. It doesn't matter whether you've physically met your person or not, but if deep down in your heart and soul you feel this, it's just something that there's no other way. Sometimes words are limited because words sometimes can't compare to the feeling that we have inside. But there is a soul recognition. There is just a knowing. And a lot of people judge themselves and they judge their person and they judge the unfolding and they stay in this waiting energy. This One of my clients I'm meeting with today, it's our last session of the package, and he mentioned that he loves his life. He has a unique life. He doesn't have to work. He gives thanks and he's grateful for his life every day. That when I come on and I share success stories, or if I tell you guys were already created for each other, he's like, heck yeah, like he can feel it. But then he goes into this energy of, then where is it? He literally used those words, then where is it? So, and then he said something like, and seemingly it appears to be so easy for everybody. Every single success story that I've ever shared with you, that person went through pain. They went through anxiousness, wavering, ups and downs, fears. No one on this channel, meaning myself, because I'm the only one that does videos, but meaning I've never told you guys that this is going to be super simple for everyone. Things do uh, appear to be somewhat easier or more difficult for certain people, but it really depends on them and their level of faith, trust, and their ability to truly let go of the past. Okay, so for my client and any of you, because I know a lot of you are going through the same kind of wavering that he shared with me, that's why I wanted to share that. You're doing everything right, but you do want to let go of this frustration of like doing your inner work and then waiting for it to happen. You are not waiting for anything. When you are with your mirror soul in life together, there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to have different emotions, but there's a feeling of already having each other. And there's a level of happiness and there's a level of security. And so for you and anyone else, there's a level of you're not waiting for anything. It's that waiting energy. Okay. So no one said that it's super simple for everybody. And all of the success stories that I share with you, they all went through the same thing. I've had success stories where my client, who they were apart 3,000 miles, I believe, years apart. So she had almost every circumstance imaginable, a third party, this and that. Now they're married, building their life together. She went through pain. She went through wavering, but she didn't give up. She persisted. The client that I shared the story, her mirror soul was in and out of her life like a revolving door, as she put it. And while she started binging my videos, and her story was very specific to her, she started to apply my teachings, and then we actually had a session also. Eventually, her mirror soul came back and told her that while they were apart, not a day went by without him thinking about her. And then he told her he wanted to spend his life with her and that he was buying them a house. I just came on with another success story just within the past couple weeks where the client, we finished our, I'm not going to be able to find these, by the way. You can go in the specific person playlist, all of the thumbnails that say proof. Unfortunately, I do have other success stories too that don't say proof, but sometimes, I'm human. Sometimes I don't organize things as well as I should. So I apologize, but binge the videos because I've had so many people email me to tell me that because of my teachings, they are now either back in communication or they're past that stage. Now they're seeing each other more and more, or their person has moved in with them, or they've moved in with their person, or they're engaged, or they're remarried. Because I even have some clients that they actually ended up getting divorced with their person and then they manifested them back. Okay, so no one is saying that it was easy for each and every one of them, but they were consistent, they were persisting, and they got to a point where they were just like, F this, and they went all in. Again, not saying that that process is easy. When Neville Goddard said, you don't have to take any action, there is always some form of inspired action always happening. So when you're wanting to manifest a healthy, stable, secure, loving relationship with your mirror soul, you will be taking inspired action by listening to your heart and soul and following the things that you want to do. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Listen to yourself, listen to your soul, pour love into yourself, like really spoil yourself, nurture yourself, keep giving to yourself. And then sometimes when people hear that, then they're like, oh yeah, I'm the prize. Like that's the wrong energy. Let me explain this for a second. You are the prize. You are the prize, but so is your person. A lot of times people come at it from the energy of I'm the prize. I'm the one. They don't really matter that much. First of all, you don't believe that. You're just faking it and you're trying to have this shallow ego-based energy around your person, thinking that that's going to bring them into your reality in a stable, secure relationship. But then when you apply that energy, it's not making any difference in your reality because you need to be seeing the two of you guys as equally loving, equally good, equally powerful, equally strong. And I know I just saw a video a couple of days ago that was so dark. The energy of this person, and I'm not going to say who it is because all love and light to them too. Like they're just creating from their energy of what they're following themselves. So I got to give them that credit. And whoever listens to them, by all means, more power to you too. I'm still here for all of you anyway. It doesn't, whatever. But such dark, twisted feeling energy of talking about their SP as if their person was like nothing. And they are in a relationship with them, but like I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that energy. If that's what you want, if you're watching me, if that's what you want, I'm probably not the coach or the teacher for you, but you can still watch my videos because I am still here for you. Okay. But I'm just not into that like dark, controlling, manipulative, ugly energy. Because to me, if you have to go there to be in a healthy relationship with your person, maybe you need to question some things a little bit. Okay. You never have to put your person down in your mind. I don't know why I'm going on this tangent, but somebody must need to hear this. For my client, this is not directed towards you now because this is taken another direction. So I only have a few more minutes. I want to share something that I just manifested as a lesson, and it doesn't matter whether this happens to be around money and specific people, but not a mirror soul connection. Okay. When I moved into, you guys know I manifested this house. So long story short, I was looking to buy a home in the area that I'm in. And it was just, this was just a couple months ago. The housing market in this area is like, at the time, I don't know what it is now because I'm not looking as much anymore. I still look a little bit because I just love real estate. But it was a seller's market and it was considered volatile. It's the moment a house comes up on the market, the moment it comes up, it's like under contract, or like it's ridiculous. So there were other houses. There was one house that I was absolutely in love with. I was visualizing, and then I drove by and I was like, oh, I don't even like this. That happened a couple times. Another house that was brand new construction that I really, really did like, and I was in communication with the seller, but something in it was still not 100%. The moment that I saw this house that I'm in now, it was just one of those things. It needed work. It wasn't brand new construction. I knew that I was going to have to obviously, do the kitchen, do the bathrooms over, replace all the appliances, and just do other things. But this was the one that I wanted. So I went all in, and things happened. There were ups and downs. There were things that appeared to go against me, but I didn't listen, and I just claimed it. I knew it. No, this is my house. And so then, you know, obviously now I'm in the house. So there was a mold issue in the basement. The inspection report, there was like a couple points over the air count outside. And when we first came in to do the final walkthrough before the actual closing that day, there was this brown substance all over a wall where I told the agent that they have to have the seller remove the bookcases because there was a swab test and there was mold present on the bookcases. So then I suddenly smell this horrible smell and there's brown stuff all over the wall. So my mind, I'm like, oh, holy moly. Like, I didn't say holy moly. I'm just trying to be good for the video. There's mold all over this. So now this became, I had to shift gears, wanted to go through the closing, went through the closing. So anyway, long story short, I moved in the next day and I'm thinking that there's all this mold downstairs in the basement. So I end up calling a company. Now I'm in my fear. I'm in my fear now because I want everybody that's in this household to be happy and healthy, right? So I call a mold company. They end up telling me it's going to be $7,500. And I tell them, some concerns that I have. And they were using words like, oh, this is alarming. Like we need to get in there immediately. And there was just all of this stuff. So, okay, I went ahead and I hired them. A month and a half goes by, and this is now just a couple weeks ago. There were all these discrepancies because there were further testing done after they did their work, and the results were actually worse. So then I'm picking up on all these discrepancies between what the different people who are working there are telling me, and I end up calling another environmental specialist to come in and review everything. So they reviewed all of the lab tests from before I moved in to when the company came in to after the company was done. And he said he spent a good hour. He inspected things in the basement himself. He pointed out a lot of things that just were proof that they didn't actually do a lot of the things they said that they were going to. And then he told me, if you called me when you first moved in with everything that you're showing me now and everything you showed them, I would have told you, you're welcome to pay me. I'll charge you about $1,000, but you actually don't even need anything done. Technically speaking, your numbers, even though to you it might appear like a problem, they were never alarming. There was never actually a problem. Your house was always safe for you and anyone else. And he even said, in terms of the naturopath health community, these numbers, they wouldn't even recommend mitigation. So immediately, a lot of people would have been really upset, but I laughed about it. He left the house. When he left the house, I chose because I know better, right? I don't want to keep manifesting service contractors to rip me off. I don't want any of that. I don't want this energy anymore. So I immediately went right into giving thanks. Thank you. What a blessing and a gift that my house is healthy, that I have all of the right service people. I love that I always keep meeting the right service people. And then I made a decision. I could write a scathing review. I could report this company to a number of different organizations very easily. I choose to preserve my energy and cut my losses. So over the next day or 2 days, there were a number of different things that ended up happening, which I'm not going to go in private detail, But if I added up the money of all of them, it actually came out to be more than $7,500 because I went into this energy of cutting, not even worried about the money, cutting my losses and giving thanks for such a blessing and a gift to have a healthy house and all of the right service people. Since then, again, everything balanced out financially. And I have had, when I came on a few days ago, it was Sunday, and I was in my comfy clothes, and I laughed to myself later when I watched the video when I said, I'm in my comfy clothes, I'm going to be doing some projects around the house. I was on the sofa with the dogs, all comfy cozying, watching, binging. Nobody Wants This season 2, because I love that show, while there were people upstairs doing projects. So I realized that the way I worded that made it sound like I was actually doing the project, but no. And so that was a perfect example. I had hired a good few people after all that who were ridiculously honest, affordable, and did an amazing job. So everything balances itself out. Okay. You can say, well, it's easy for you because you have plenty of money. But I applied this when I had no money, when I was sleeping on a mattress on a floor with no real furniture. I had 3 bath towels to my name. I had cardboard boxes as my nightstands and the mattress on the floor, and a ton of other problems in the house. One of them being mold, which was actual mold, and I think that's part of why I manifested this, because it was kind of traumatic, why I manifested this experience now. But anyway, I give thanks for it, and I'm not worried about the money. I let it go. A lot of people would keep chasing the $7,500, would keep chasing and be angry and upset with these people. No, I send them love and light. And I actually believe that the people working for them believe that what they're doing is true. I just believe that there's some, whatever, but all love and light to them, and all power back into myself, into my home, into my life. Obviously, I and my father one, but my father's greater than I, and I trust that I'm always protected, always safe, always secure, abundant. Okay. If you go into the energy of chasing the money and feeling like a victim and feeling like all these bad things are happening to, then you will manifest more and more experiences to prove you right. And in the same way, if you are constantly doing your inner work, but then like, why isn't it happening? Then you have to please, for once and for all, recognize who are you in the moment when you're questioning, why isn't it happening? Are you the one who is claimed, chosen, loved, a priority, secure in a healthy, loving, passionate, wonderful relationship? Or are you the one trying to manifest them back? So you're the creator, you are the creation of the creator, and you were created to create on behalf of the creator. So what you want is already done. All of creation already exists, and all of creation literally means all of creation, all infinite potentials. So it's never too late. You can right now make the decision, because it's only in the now moment that matters. Decide who you are. Find a coach that you trust. If it's me, then reach out and book. I'd love to help you. If not, whatever, just find a coach that you trust and listen to them and apply what they teach you. Even if you have moments of fear and wavering, do what they tell you to do and just live your life and be happy. And I don't mean a fake toxic happy, but life is for the living. You're not supposed to be living your life constantly in fear, sadness, frustration, doubt. That is not what you were created for. Enjoy your life now and live your life fully. Okay. I love you. I intend that this video helped a lot of you. Please affirm down below that you have received this message, that you know that you and your desires are already one and nothing can come between you. And reach out to me if you need me. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.